Aircon, bro. Good afternoon, all. Welcome to HyperScale's Demo Day. A very warm welcome to all of those tuning in to watch right now, our partners, investors from the community, friends from the ecosystem, as well as our startups. I'm Ayrton from Startup X, and I'll be your host for today. Now, today, we're excited to be hosting Demo Day for HyperScale's first cohort. I want to take the time to an opportunity to thank all of you for joining us this afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. While we're not be able to meet you in person, we're excited to be able to connect with you virtually and bring our startups to connect with you online. Now, we are committed to UN's SDG goals. In 2019, we launched HyperX, a sustainability accelerator program. We look at how startups can help design a better world, creating technology that can be inclusive, designing solutions for undeserved communities, and creating mindful innovations that can rethink how future generations will serve their needs. We encourage innovations that can help create a smaller world, using data to create solutions for good, creating measurable, sustainable impact, and innovations that can bring balance to the environment and economic gains. And finally, we advocate for innovators to help build a more sustainable world using technology to minimize negative impact of human activities, combating climate change, and creating sustainable cities of the future. Now, some of you know we kickstarted with HyperHack back in November 2019, bringing together over 190 global talents in Singapore to ideate for sustainability. And in February 2020, we launched HyperSpark, and brought in early-stage sustainability-driven companies tackling one or more of the UN Sustainable Development Goals into our 10-week pre-accelerator program. In 2020, in partnership with Enterprise Singapore, we launched HyperScale, the global sustainability accelerator that will identify, invest, and nurture innovations that can create major impact of our future of the waste sector. Now, if you'd like to connect with any of our startups today, please feel free to scan the QR code and download the Demo Day booklet. I'll leave it there for like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So obviously, I'll be showing this throughout the night as well, throughout the day as well. So yeah, if you missed out for the right now, you can obviously scan it right after as we go along throughout the day as well. Now, as we go on throughout today's agenda, we'll be having a welcome address by my colleague, the CSO of Startup X, Ms. Joyce Tay, as well as the opening address by the ACEO from Enterprise Singapore, Mr. Jeffrey Yeo, and our main event, what we're all here for, which is the pitches from the HyperScale startup. Now, let's move on to our first agenda of the day. First and foremost, I would like to invite my colleague on stage, Joyce Tay, who's the Chief Strategy Officer of Startup X, to say a few words. Joyce, take it away.
Thank you, Ayrton. So I'm incredibly excited today. And I want to first give my thanks to our partners at Enterprise Singapore, the Incubation Network, NEA, Samways, GFE, and many more. I also want to congratulate our startups for making it thus far. And I'm incredibly excited for all of you to hear their pitches. I also want to give my thanks to the people who have been instrumental in lending a hand to help the startups over the past couple of weeks. And they will probably continue to do so in the future. Chun Jin and his team, Kok Kin, Heng Leong and team, Peter, Daniel, Dr. Dong, Regular, Laura, and many others, you know who you are. Thank you to all of you who have supported HyperScale in one way or another, our mentors, our speakers, participating organizations, and friends. So global waste generation, annual waste generation is expected to grow by 1.5 times to 3.4 billion tons by 2050. And Asia is going to be the largest contributor. And our immediate focus is to tackle the challenges arising from electronic and plastic waste and expand that over the years. So through the HyperX program, we are committed to supporting sustainability-driven ventures And HyperScale's aim is to help accelerate these companies that are developing breakthrough solutions for the waste sector and the circular economy. So we were originally supposed to launch our first HyperScale cohort in 2020. And obviously the timeline got pushed back. But in the last 2 years, the HyperX team has actually worked really hard to lobby the ecosystem, to convince partners to come on board, and then collaborate with these partners to build and design a better and stronger program for our startups. Today in our cohort, we have startups hailing from all across the globe, from Australia to India, to UK, to South Africa, and of course in Singapore, with 38% being a woman co-founded or women-led venture, 7% tackling e-waste, 38% tackling plastic waste, 53% tackling mixed waste challenges. In the last 3 months, we have seen participation from over 40 plus organizations, and very happy to say that we have forged over 200 plus connections between waste producers and managers with our startups. And I'm happy to share that we currently have 13 partnerships and pilot collaborations in the making, and 38% of our startups have raised or closed their round during the accelerator itself. Importantly, over the next 10 years, our startups have very ambitious goals to divert waste from incineration or landfill, and also to increase the global waste recycling rate. And we can only do that with your support. This is no longer the time to watch from the sidelines. So we urge you to join our ecosystem to support the game changers. Whether you're an investor, a waste producer, or a waste manager, or a regulatory body, our belief is that we can create an ecosystem that can help startups in the waste tech space. To our startup, when we started the program in August, I shared 3 messages for you to keep in mind. Brace for impact, adapt for survival, and have patience, but always keep your goal in mind. And I think you've done all of that and more. So this is your time to shine and show the world what you've got. So take it away. Finally, let me invite a very important guest who, with his team, have helped make the program possible. Jeffrey Yeo, Assistant CEO at Enterprise Singapore, to say a few words. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Joyce, for the warm welcome. It's my pleasure to say a few words to kickstart HyperScale's Demo Day this afternoon. Let me start by congratulating all the startups who are pitching today for successfully completing your HyperScale journey. HyperScale's focus on working with waste tech startups to catalyze innovative waste management and circular solutions is particularly important to address the growing waste problem faced by many countries globally and in the region. Global waste is a growing priority, especially in Southeast Asia, where we are seeing rising urbanization and industrialization. As such, there will be a growing demand for relevant urban solutions by governments and industry in the region. And Singapore is no exception. As a small, low-lying country, we need to balance economic development and environmental sustainability. Growing our economy consumes energy, water, and other resources, as well as generates waste that must be disposed of. This poses a challenge for us because based on the current rate of our waste disposal, our only landfill at Semakau is expected to run out of space by 2035. As such, circularity in terms of closing the resource loop is a key imperative for us. Singapore first embarked on our circular economy journey in 2019 through the Zero Waste Master Plan, which identified our top 3 waste streams of food, plastic, and e-waste. The government also introduced the Singapore Green Plan 2030, which aims to advance our national agenda on sustainable development. One of the key pillars of the plan is to build a circular economy through recycling and effective resource and waste management, with key targets including significant reductions in the waste going to our landfill by 2030. To achieve these goals, it is therefore important for us to build up our local capabilities in waste management. And this is where platforms like HyperScale can play a role to help address this growing demand gap by accelerating innovation and encouraging the test bed and adoption of new waste management and recycling technologies. As a key hub in Asia, Singapore is also well placed to support sustainability efforts in the region and offers international partners and companies alike a suitable base to be plugged in to the needs of the region, to innovate and to scale up their operations. As part of the Research, Innovation and Enterprise Initiative, the government supports the development and commercialization of innovative solutions in sustainability, and significant funds have been set aside to pursue R&D in circular economy and to close the resource loop. In addition, Singapore has a vibrant startup ecosystem, And startups here can tap on their excellent networks, talent, research institutes, access to financing and supporting infrastructure. There are also abundant opportunities for startups to explore co-innovation opportunities with the many multinational corporations that are based in Singapore. At the same time, Enterprise Singapore, as the enterprise development agency, will also play our part to push the boundaries of innovation. We drive connections between our startups and innovation hubs across the world through the Global Innovation Alliance, which helps startups to venture abroad to access overseas business and expand into high-growth markets, including Southeast Asia, China, and India. Enterprise Singapore also creates platforms to facilitate partnerships and encourage collaborations between startups and large corporates. The annual Sustainability Innovation Challenge is one such example, where various industry stakeholders are brought together to develop solutions for challenge statements across various themes such as resource efficiency and zero waste. This allows corporates to gain access to new ideas while allowing startups to build new track records and access industry expertise and resources. Enterprise Singapore also serves to build up the startup ecosystem by working closely with reputable accelerators so that startups can easily access support. And our partnership with Startup X on the HyperScale program is a great example of how such platforms can bring together like-minded partners to catalyze new ideas and initiatives and drive the development of innovative circular solutions, not only for Singapore, but for the APAC region. I'm excited to learn about the technologies that will be showcased today, and I look forward to seeing new partnerships forged between the startups, investors, and corporate partners here today. Once again, I would like to congratulate all the startups for graduating from the HyperScale program. I wish you all the best for your pitches, and I trust that you will find the right connections at today's sessions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeffrey, and also Joyce for that lovely words of encouragement. Now, HyperScale is the last phase of the HyperX program, which was first started in 2019 with 3 goals of building a better, smarter, and more sustainable world. We are proud to share this cohort. We have 38% of women-led ventures, over 200 connections forged between corporate partners and startups, which has resulted in 13 agreements and pilot partnerships in the making. Now, of course, today is the finale of Demo Day 2020. Over the past 12 weeks, startups went through a grueling schedule of workshops and masterclasses, mentor and coaching sessions, developing pilots and partnerships with industry partners, getting connected to investors, and identifying market access opportunities in the waste sector. Now, the entire program took place online, as you can see here, where startups also went through a waste-centric curriculum developed in partnerships with Sagana and the Incubation Network. Now, that time of the day is here because this is what we are all here for, the pitches. Now, the startups have been working really, really hard and have shown immense progress. Now, joining us today, we got 13 amazing startups who have come a long way over the past 3 months. We're excited about their future and their mission to change the future of the waste sector one solution at a time. Now, without further ado, I would like to welcome our first startup of the day. They have developed mushroom-based packaging materials that are sustainable and compostable and serve as a direct replacement to expanded polystyrene and styrofoam. Let's welcome our first presenter, Sean from Mushroom Materials. Sean, you're all set. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Sean Seaman. I'm the founder and CEO of Mushroom Material. We have developed a mushroom-based material that directly replaces expanded polystyrene. Now, what is expanded polystyrene? Well, it is better known by its brand name of styrofoam. It is found in all aspects of life, from appliance packaging to takeaway containers to household insulation. We use so much of it that we produce enough to cover an entire football field every 10 minutes. It accounts for 90% of all marine debris and 30% of all landfill by volume. It takes 500 years to degrade. And the worst part is that it breaks down into microplastics, contaminating our ecosystem and entering our food and water. Because of this, society has demanded change. And that change is reflected in no less than 5 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Governments around the world are forcing companies to look for alternative sustainable materials. And we at Mushroom Material have that solution. We have developed a mushroom-based material that is a direct replacement for plastic packaging. Our technology allows us to bring sustainable packaging to the global market without the need to destroy our environment. We do this by combining agricultural waste, which is with the root structure of mushrooms, which is better known as mycelium. This waste can be anything as long as it is organic and contains fiber. For example, we can use hemp, cardboard sawdust, or even straw, wood chips, coffee, you name it, we can use it. By using our mushroom-based packaging material, we are giving a second life to this organic waste, whilst also preventing the use of non-degradable plastic from entering our ocean and landfill. Our material has excellent thermal and acoustic insulation. It is flame resistant and uses no harmful chemicals. Its strength, lightweight, and impact resistance make it ideal for use as packaging without hurting our environment. This is specifically important in the one-way shipping of our consumer-driven society. The resulting material is completely sustainable in how it's produced. And once it has served its purpose, you can place it in your home compost or garden, or even send it to landfill. It is 100% compostable and will naturally degrade within months. And at the core of our technology is the ability to produce this material at scale so that we can supply the global market at an affordable price. So what does success look like? Well, we have never once paid for marketing, yet we have a new lead every 3 days through organic SEO. These range from cosmetics to appliances to construction. And just one of these companies represents $10 million in annual revenue. We already have a proven product with a repeatable process. We're able to optimize the formula and tailor the mechanical properties according to our customers' needs. And what's the point in creating this incredible material if we're unable to scale? The entire focus of our company is to use end-to-end automation to mass produce our material. Over the next 2 years, we're increasing our customer trials from 5 to 100 customers and increasing our production volume from 1 meter cubed to 4,000 meters cubed. This is comparable with the production rate of expanded polystyrene. Now, while the expanded polystyrene market for packaging is a massive $99 billion in its own right, there is a $500 billion market increase with packing peanuts, food containers, and general plastic foam. These are all markets that our material can expand into. And this is the team that will make it all happen. I have a background in the design and manufacture of consumer products around the world. Jyotinder has extensive experience in automation, scaling, and quality control of mass manufacturing plants. And Paul is one of the most sought after engineers in the region, with 15 years experience in prototyping, automation, and building and scaling factories. If you're an investor who can back us to make a change, or a customer looking to make a change, please reach out. That's us at Mushroom Material. Our vision is to completely revolutionize how we view and use packaging by replacing expanded polystyrene with mushroom-based material. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sean. Well, the CTO looks very familiar. It seems like he just came back from the future. Now, that was impressive. Now, let me introduce to you our next team, dialing all the way from Singapore, NEU Battery Materials. They recycle lithium batteries using clean and sustainable electrochemicals to produce battery-grade materials. So please welcome from NEU Battery Materials, Brian. Brian, you're all set to go.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brian. I am the co-founder and CEO of NEU Battery Materials, and we are the future of lithium battery recycling. Now, we know that all of us here owns smartphones, laptops, and in the future, electric cars. Now, what if I told you that that old iPhone 3, iPhone 4 of yours, that lithium battery inside, you're able to recycle that battery, extract the lithium, and use it to make your new iPhone 14, for example. That's exactly what we do. We take the recycled batteries, produce back the lithium, supply it back to make new batteries. This market is huge with a growth rate at an exponential growth rate and the market size of over $180 billion by 2030, and largely due to the exponential growth in our electric vehicles. By 2030, we'll see the EV market grow by 3x, with over 69 million electric cars on the road. With this industry growing rapidly, there will be a series of challenges that is being faced. The first is that actually year on year, we will see a lithium shortage due to the rapid demand for these batteries, which means that from this year onwards, all the way to 2030, you will see year-on-year shortage of the fundamental battery commodity, which is lithium. If you look at the value chain, the early stage of the mining process, it is also a pollutive process, creating a fair bit of carbon dioxide as well as water consumption per ton of lithium being mined. Now, at the end of that life cycle, you will also notice that a lot of these batteries are currently being dumped in the landfill due to limitations of battery recycling technologies. At current, we see about 90% of these lithium batteries ending up in our landfills. Where we come in now today is with a new technology where we use electricity to recycle these batteries, right? We put electricity into a process and extract raw materials out like lithium, the one you see on the right. And our process is actually really clean, operating on a near zero carbon emission process. The only thing that is being used is electricity. And we've also built our process to be modular, allowing us to scale rapidly to meet the demands of all the incoming batteries for Singapore and the world. Our process is currently patented in national phase, covering 7 major jurisdictions of the world as well. Comparing ourselves to other technologies in the battery recycling space, our focus is really looking at reducing the pollution at the end of life of this value chain. We're also able to profit from this. Taking, for example, the cheapest battery, lithium iron phosphate, our process itself is able to generate the profits compared to other recyclers. We're currently working with manufacturers, recyclers, as well as local battery crushing facilities to take, if you see the value chain on the left, we actually help take that crushed batteries, recycle that, produce back sustainable lithium and other sustainable products back to battery manufacturers. And as well, we also help these manufacturers to recycle rejected cathodes in that manufacturing process as well. So NEU Battery actually started in the beginnings of 2018 in NUS. We've also secured various amount of fundings from Temasek Foundation, Enterprise SG, as well as a seed round with a VC-backed Momentum VC. What we're doing right now is we're actually trial and commissioning of the world's first LFP-focused recycling plant here in Singapore. So what we're doing is we're working with our existing partners for battery manufacturers and recyclers, working to build and operate a plant here in Singapore. And subsequently, what we'll do is to expand the facility to different parts of the world in Europe, China, US, all the different areas as well. So our team comes from a various background of business, engineering, and countless years of science backed behind our company to ensure the ability to grow the team as well as grow our company to operate large recycling plants around the world. So we're actually looking to raise a pre-Series A right now of $4 million to expand our R&D and operations team, as well as increase the capacity of our recycling facility here in Singapore. Now, if any of this sounds something that you would like to be part of, please reach out to me so that we're able to support each other and as well as join me on my journey and our journey to shape the lithium future together. Thank you.
Thank you so much there, Brian. We are thoroughly excited for your future. Now we move on to our next team. Yes, this team is from a team from down under in Australia. Wildfire Energy, that's what they're called. They're a moving injection horizontal gasification technology that converts all forms of waste into renewable energy products such as electricity, hydrogen, ammonia, and biofuels at a distributed scale. All right, please welcome on stage from Wildfire Energy, Greg. Greg, the floor is yours.
Great, thank you. Hi, my name's Greg Perkins, the co-founder and CEO of Wildfire Energy. At Wildfire, our vision is to transform landfills by converting residual waste into renewable energy products such as hydrogen and creating clean aggregates for recycling. As you know, methane is a greenhouse gas, which is 28 times more potent than CO2. This graph shows that emissions from landfills are one of the top 3 sources of methane from human activity. Worldwide, waste management accounts for up to 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions, so it's a major challenge to tackle and a particular problem in Asia. Our solution is called MIG, which stands for Moving Injection Horizontal Gasification. It's a new process that's invented by Wildfire. MIG converts residual waste at high temperatures into hydrogen that is suitable for fuel cell vehicles. And by avoiding those methane emissions, the hydrogen has a net negative carbon footprint. The MIG technology uses a modular design, and it can process all types of waste, domestic, commercial, and industrial. The smallest version, you can see here, can produce enough hydrogen to run a fleet of vehicles, up to 100 trucks or buses, or can you imagine, even 1,000 cars. Our patented MIG technology has 4 core innovations. Firstly, we batch load the waste using mobile equipment, so there's no need for any sorting or shredding. And secondly, we use heat to dry the waste before processing, which eliminates the need for a separate drying system. And thirdly, our moving injection concept, from which MIG derives its name, is used to convert the waste at high temperatures into a hydrogen-rich gas. By moving the reaction zone slowly using a proprietary nozzle from one end of the reactor to the other, as you can see there. And finally, the inerts from the waste are converted into solidified slag, which can be recycled into asphalt for road making, thereby achieving a zero waste to landfill solution. There is a market for our technology across all industries. Today, we are focusing our modular MIG solution towards factories and waste recycling centers, wastewater plants, and agriculture. In the future, with an upscaled solution, we will produce sustainable aviation fuels, renewable chemicals, and help to decarbonize the global cement and steel industries. The total addressable market for our MIG technology is around $500 billion, which represents 10,000 projects globally. We've proven our technology in our pilot plant and processed a wide variety of different wastes. We've won 2 major awards, including the Hitachi Innovation Challenge for the Circular Economy, completed 3 accelerators, and secured $1.8 million worth of competitive grants. We've received hundreds of inquiries from potential customers, completed 7 paid pilots, and already have 2 commercial projects in the design phase. We're on track to earn over $1 million of service revenues next year. Our solution is being embraced by our customers and partners because they know one of our secrets, that the hydrogen produced from our MIG technology already has a levelized cost below $2 a kilogram, and it can be available today. We have a contract with Hitachi to trial food waste for a project in Japan, and we are working with Hyundai and BP to use the hydrogen from our pilot plant in a fuel cell vehicle. We've recently secured a first customer who intends to fully fund the construction of a first commercial MIG plant that will be used to help decarbonize the global cement industry. The founders of Wildfire have decades of experience in the energy and waste industries, gained at leading multinational organizations. Our experience covers research and development, engineering, project development, operations, and also sales. As a team, we've proven ourselves by securing $30 million of licensing revenues and an offer for $300 million for a previous technology that we helped to develop. The factors that will drive our success with Wildfire include using our pilot plant to optimize and scale up our technology, building pioneer plants around the world with blue chip customers for a range of different applications, and scaling quickly by deploying via technology licenses and global alliances. By 2025, we expect recurring revenues of $8 million per annum and achieve EBITDA of $30 million within 5 years. So we ask you to join with us. Let's eliminate these landfills, and let's use our residual waste more productively for renewable energy products such as hydrogen, electricity, and heat, and let's reduce global greenhouse gas emissions by over 1 gigaton by 2050. We're currently completing our seed round of 3.5 million Australian dollars with investors from Singapore, Norway, and Australia already having committed $2.8 million. So we're looking for new investors to fill the 20% of our round that is not yet committed. We thank you for your attention and supporting this event, and we look forward to talking with you soon.
Thank you so much, Greg. And that's impressive traction right there. Now, we're going to move on to our next team. They are operating from South India, and they're called Plastics for Change. Now, they have developed an ethical sourcing platform to create sustainable livelihoods for the poor while transitioning the industry towards a circular economy. Please give it up for Andrew from Plastics for Change. Andrew, take it away.
Hi, so great to be here. Thanks, everybody. So we are proud to be the largest source of fair trade recycled plastic. Did you know that there are over 400 brands and manufacturers who have committed to use 25% recycled plastic by 2025? Yet none of them are on track to achieve this goal, despite enormous pressure from regulators and consumers and the fundamental need to decarbonize their supply chain and transition away from fossil fuel-based plastics. So one of the main reasons why the brands are struggling to get a consistent supply of material is because over half of the plastic collected for recycling comes from informal sector supply chains in the global south. These supply chains are highly fragmented, unorganized, and as a result, only 2% of the plastic produced each year is recycled back into high quality applications that can replace the use of a fossil fuel-based material. So Plastics for Change has developed an ethical sourcing platform that connects those at the base of the supply chains with global brands and manufacturers to provide a consistent supply of high quality recycled plastic through fair trade supply chains. This initiative is all about creating a social impact through recycling and making it irresistible for brands to transition away from fossil fuels to responsibly source plastic. And we pride ourselves on using third-party verification, such as the Ocean-Bound Plastic Certification Scheme and the World Fair Trade Organization to validate our claims. We shipped our first container in 2018, and now we're working with some of the world's largest brands and manufacturers globally. So how does this all work? Well, it starts by understanding the needs of our industry partners and reverse engineering the supply chain to ensure that material gets delivered on time in full, but also ensuring that the social impact is happening on the ground and ensuring that those at the base of the supply chain are getting fair prices and that we're compliant with the World Fair Trade Organization's fair trade standard. So in summary, our key to success is all about ensuring consistent quality standards. We've never had a container of our plastic rejected, and ensuring that our impact at the base of the supply chain is measurable. We have over 800,000 data points now on our app, and we translate all this into authentic and meaningful cause marketing campaigns with our clients. We've had a proven ability now to increase sales 30% by displaying this type of information at the point of purchase. Now more than ever, consumers want to purchase from brands that share their values. They're used to the concept of fair trade agriculture, and they want to take action to prevent the plastic pollution crisis. So in summary, our main revenue streams are selling the plastic, which is 65%. We also have a merchandise division, which is selling the finished merchandise, B2B, and also plastic offset credits. We've been able to scale now for an average of 4 straight years with 3x consecutive growth. And we want to continue this trajectory to reach 1 million waste workers connected on our platform by 2030. There's a huge potential to scale up what we're doing. Globally, it's the same supply chain, the informal supply chain throughout the global south. So whether that's in India, Southeast Asia, Africa, Latin America, wherever there's a shortage of taxpayer revenue, there's a robust informal sector, and we want to continue to eat away at the virgin plastic market by getting the plastic recycled into high quality applications. Our growth is all because of our amazing team here in South India. We're almost 200 strong now, and we've all been together for, the core leadership team's been together now for 4 years. And we've been on this incredible journey from launching the first fair trade certified recycled plastic, being able to scale up 3x for 4 consecutive years, and now getting ready for our international expansion to replicate this model. We're raising $5 million equity round for deployments, not only within India, but also into Southeast Asia and Africa, as well as fueling our merchandise division. So thank you so much, and look forward to connecting with anybody who might be interested.
Thank you so much, Andrew. That was Plastics for Change. Now moving on to our next team. We got Magorium. Now they are, by marrying the industries of waste management and construction, Magorium created an inter-industry to convert plastic waste into an innovative new material called NEU Bitumen. That's impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Magorium, led by Shu Xian.
Hi everyone, I'm Shu from Magorium, and at Magorium, we solve the big plastic waste problem by converting the most problematic plastic waste into a green construction material called NEU Bitumen to pave roads. So roads are made using aggregates and bitumen, which can only be refined from crude oil, then imported into Singapore. These materials then form asphalt permits to pave roads, but this process is unsustainable, and Magorium wants to change this picture from this to this. Instead of crude oil, we want to use all the plastic waste that we've been incinerating and landfilling to pave greener roads. In doing so, we solve two environmental problems. Firstly, we want to remove all the harms being done to the environment from the point of crude oil extraction, importing, refining, to paving all the roads that we travel on. Second, we also want to change the current state that we are incinerating and landfilling all the plastics that we use. And our solution is to divert all these unrecyclable plastic waste to create NEU bitumen to pave roads. We also create a truly circular economy whereby plastic never becomes a waste again, because our material can be processed over and over again to build roads. And with this green circular loop, we will reduce import reliance of materials, reduce carbon footprint as a whole. Since our research started 8 years ago, our technology can now recycle the most problematic streams of plastic, the most contaminated and unsorted ones. This is done through a 3-step process that we developed in-house. At the end of this process, we convert plastic into a material that not only looks like bitumen, but also behaves like it. And with this tech, we've constructed 5 pilot plastic waste roads in Singapore, which recycled more than 8,000 kg of plastic waste. Of course, we are also aware of other technologies that put plastic into roads, but their process is actually different from ours, and let me show you how. So from the get-go, these other technologies go after the clean and sorted plastic, but we can actually use unrecyclable plastic waste. We then process these plastics physically into shreds or powder. Then these other technologies add the bits of plastic directly into the roads. But here, we actually have an extra step to chemically break them down, such that at the end of the process, what we have is no longer plastic, but a material that can replace traditional bitumen from oil refineries. So because we can even use contaminated and mixed plastics, we are more effective as a recycling solution, cheaper, and importantly, also more environmental as a construction technology. Now, the start of everything goes back 50 years when my grandfather started a road construction company. He passed it on to my father, and since then, my sister and I set out to look for solutions to continue this legacy in a more sustainable manner. So outside the family, our team also consists of Lee and Alfredo, with decades of experience in the industry to support us through all the technicalities, and Dr. Raymond Ong, who has also been advising us closely throughout our entire journey. So with this team, Magorium started out by co-authoring a research journal and presenting it at an international conference. We then proceeded to develop a prototype, and since then, we have won various competitions, funds, and awards, and also contributed to position papers as well. So these 2 years also saw us engaging with government agencies to keep in line with their regulations, and on improving our technology and hardware, which we are using for all our pilot projects. So this is where we have our current 2 revenue streams. First is plastic waste processing fee. We've spoken to industry partners, and they're actually happy to pay us less than the current fee for incinerating their plastic waste. Second is the sale of NEU bitumen. Because we are cheaper and more environmental, various agencies and businesses locally have been reaching out to use our material as well. The next phase for us is to scale up our capabilities with a 1 to 3 ton per day system to recycle more plastic and build more eco roads in Singapore. So to do this, we are now looking for investment for our seed round of funding. And from there, we will then look to commercialize with a 20 to 30 ton facility, expand into the Southeast Asian market, and also enter the carbon credit market. By then, we are looking to recycle at least 35% of Singapore's plastic waste, worth $24 million, and replace a grand total of 0.7% of the global bitumen market, worth more than 800 million in revenue. As of today, we've already received interest from various countries and are planning to expand into the rest of the region. And lastly, our third revenue stream will be the carbon credit market. whereby the more plastic waste we process and the more eco roads that we build, the higher our revenue. So all in all, we are moving quickly in our expansion plans and are looking for investments to propel us forward. So if you're interested, please do reach out to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shusham. That was indeed an impressive presentation and an awesome one indeed. So up next, we have a team from South Africa called Kudoti. Now, Kudoti enables brands to become more circular by tracking real-time data of waste flows and building digitally enabled waste supply chains that divert waste towards circular economy and applications. So please welcome from Kudoti, Matthew. Matthew, take it away.
Thanks very much. Hi, everyone. My name is Matthew. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Kudoti, calling in from Cape Town today. And so at Kudoti, like all the companies in this cohort, we're obviously looking at solving for the problem of waste. But in our perspective, this is what we really mean when we mean solving for waste. For us, waste is actually one of the biggest liabilities that companies face today. And that's through 3 different ways. First, it represents a huge loss of material value every single year through products not being recycled or reused, but actually being thrown away or discarded. Second, it represents a major legal and tax liability for companies who produce the waste. And if you look at the example of the US market, today there is estimated that there's upwards of $100 billion in tax and legal liabilities for companies in the US alone. Lastly, it also is a major risk to revenue and business models due to the increasing preference of consumers to buy sustainably made products. So if we look at this problem, one of the key learnings that we've come to discover at Kudoti is that in addition to better product design and better infrastructure, one of the key pillars that we need to solve for the waste problem, and more specifically to convert waste from a liability to an opportunity, is the need for digital infrastructure. And so this is the mission that we've created for ourselves, is to actually create the digital infrastructure that will enable the circular economy. Now, if we look at what that means, or what a digital infrastructure means, this is what actually is the goal for creating this infrastructure. First, we need to manage and get to decrease costs for supply chains. We need to actually improve the market conditions and unit economics for waste products and waste materials. We also need to unlock full traceability and verifiability of origin of the waste products in order for companies to meet their regulatory requirements, and to address the consumer challenge by actually better informing consumers and better sharing information on what is sustainable and what isn't. And then lastly, we need to improve supply and demand matching for waste products and waste materials in order to drive up the profitability of converting waste from waste into new materials and new inputs for new products. And so we've built our solution around these 4 core propositions. And the way that we've done that is, first, we've created a framework where we're able to work across a wide variety of materials. Today, for example, we work with glass, plastic, metals, paper, and cardboard. We're now also working with lithium-ion batteries and working with the traceability of specific products and individual units. Once we've identified the product we need to work with, we capture the information on the physical inventory and translate that into digital data points through our platform. And we do this through multiple different ways, either through existing software systems like ERP systems, by scanning the barcodes of the products, or by entering data into our platform directly. Once we've done this, we convert the waste inventory into unique identifiers that allow us to follow those waste products and waste inventory as they move through the supply chain. And then lastly, we allow our customers and users to better manage their suppliers and better manage their inventory to make sure that they're maximizing the opportunities for waste conversion and for transforming waste into opportunity. In the journey of building what we can call the SaaS ERP for circular supply chains, we started in 2021, where we piloted our solution with 3 large brands, including Nestle and Distel, which is part of Heineken. In 2022, we moved to the MVP phase, working with 15 companies across 5 different countries, and focusing on really getting the traceability piece of our system right. And through that, we've reached the milestone of tracing 9 million kilograms of waste for the year, while also generating $120,000 in revenue. We're now looking ahead to 2023, where our goal is to get to product market fit And our strategy for getting there is focusing on working with waste SMEs that are going to allow us to get much faster iterations and much faster learnings on how we can improve our product while also still starting to generate more sizable revenues. While for 2024, our goal is to really accelerate our growth while also transitioning to having an enterprise solution that we can deploy at scale with some of the world's largest brands, while also really maximizing our revenue and growth. In order to get there, we're currently working on a $2 million seed round that we hope to close by Q2 of 2023. And I'm working with this great team of co-founders and colleagues, currently covering all areas across product development, software development, growth, and execution. And one of the key focuses for our seed round is to actually increase our team so that we can actually grow our capacity to deliver and scale. That's the story of Kudoti. Thank you for listening. And I hope that everybody in the room will consider joining us as we work to make circularity profitable. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kudoti. Thank you so much, Matthew, for that awesome pitch. Now up next, we've got a team from India, Ishitva Robotics Systems. So they have developed proprietary automation solutions for the sorting of recyclable materials using AI, which is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and LIoT. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Sandeep.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Sandeep Singh, co-founder and CEO of Ishitva Robotics Systems. And we are a group of engineers trying to convert the global problem of waste into a global opportunity by sorting it efficiently. So what is this global problem? We see waste everywhere, in landfills, getting burnt, leaching into water bodies. This is one of the biggest problems humanity has created for itself. However, if we look closer, it is a large pool of already refined resources, which can be utilized again and again and again by brands and industries. But in order to do this, we need brands to adopt the recycled material, which is the key here because almost 2/3 of the plastic waste is consumer brands alone, and it can be completely circular consumption. But this is possible only when recyclers will be able to produce the material which brands can adopt. And almost 90% of the recycling done in the world is mechanical recycling. Mechanical recycling industry has been struggling to match the quality and quality standards of the brands as it requires refined level of sorting. It is not only polymer and color, but also melt flow index, food grade, non versus non-food grade, earlier use of objects, etc. And most of these are now possible with Ishitva technology. We are talking about a market of $500 billion of such sorting equipment. What you see on the screen is world's first AI-powered air sorter with the ability to sort up to 6 tons per hour. We have solved various legacy problems faced by the industry, such as dirty objects, black objects, objects with sleeves, multi-layered packaging. We provide insightful analytics for plant operations using our machine vision, and we enable complete tracing of the brands. Our machines are running in commercial environment with more than 2.5 years of track record and producing phenomenal results. Now we have one of the largest waste classifier database in the world, and it is getting enriched every day. The largest recycler, as well as the only food grade recycler in the country, has already adopted our technology. First time ever, an air sorter can separate items as required by the recyclers based on brand information, based on earlier use, based on food grade applicability, melt flow index, etc. We are creating a path for these recyclers to produce material which brands will adopt. Since it is not a reflection-based identification, our technology is able to handle the dirty and dark color objects very efficiently. The waste management industry now has a scalable, efficient, and economically viable solution. Thanks to HyperScale program, our AI sorters will be making entry into Southeast Asia very soon. And these AI-powered air sorters play an important role of Lego block to create material recovery solutions. We have taken our power of AI tools to the next level, where now we are setting up the fully automated MRF facilities, where even the decision-making is done by our proprietary AI algorithm. With these patented innovations, we have made the automation possible even for small and decentralized operations. We are building our business with a vision where as more and more sorting centers adopt our technology, we get a large pool of information about material being recovered at these places. This is an immensely powerful information and very useful for recyclers and brands. We are talking about circularity trade potential of almost $10 to $15 trillion of plastic alone. And we see ourselves evolving into a platform enabling the trade of this value chain. This is us. With about 2 decades of experience of building startups and investing into recycling sector, I take care of business side as CEO. Jitesh is my partner with 18 years of experience of building software and automation solution as CTO. And Mr. Patel is our partner and mentor who has built one of the largest and most tech-advanced waste management business in India. We are a team of 40+ engineering team, including deep tech scientists, material scientists, and mechanical engineering experts. We will be tripling our size in next 12 months. We are looking to raise $5 million to enhance our R&D capabilities and working capital requirements. We are confident that we will be 20x of our current run rate in next 3 years. In terms of installations, we did 4 till last year. We will be completing 17 this year, and we will be more than 400 in next 3 years. We are looking for investors who are crazy about solving the problem the same way as a group of mad engineers working out of this crazy innovation center in India. This facility is dedicated to solve the global waste problem, as I said in the beginning, by converting into a global opportunity. Now it is time for us to bring this technology to global scale. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandeep, for that awesome pitch. Now, moving on to our next presentation is a team from Poland. Now, they are the world's first AI-based smart waste bin that combines the most advanced technology to simplify recycling of packaging. It recognizes, sorts, and compresses the waste automatically, controls the fill level, and facilitates data-driven waste management. Please welcome to the stage Bin E, representing them, Bianca. Bianca, are you there? All right, so yeah, if we can't get Bianca, yeah, maybe we can move on to the next one first. Bianca,
oh,
are
no,
you
no, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, Bianca,
Yes.
the floor is yours.
Thank you. My name is Bianca. I represent Bini, and I'm going to show you how we are going to sort out your waste problem literally. Bini is a perfect solution for all public places like shopping malls, airports, museums, or offices. Within the next few minutes, people around the world will produce around 10,000 tons of waste. And what is even worse, only 30% of them will be recycled. One of the reasons for that is the lack of proper, efficient, and effortless infrastructure for waste collection inside facilities. This leads us to a situation where commercial facilities have to constantly deal increasing costs of waste disposal. To put it simple, people don't know how to segregate their waste, don't have time for it, or they don't simply care about it. And this is why we created Bini, first and only device which uses advanced AI-based technology to automatically recognize, segregate, and compress waste in your office. Imagine you only approach to the device, it opens automatically, and then you simply throw the waste inside. Bini is doing all the rest. It means that Bini recognizes the material, communicates its decision with you, and places the object in the proper bin. Our dedicated application allows us to monitor. Moreover, Bini will also automatically send you notification when the inner bins are full. And by accessing Bini app, you can also generate statistics about waste flow in your office. We equip the device also with a 50 inches external screen. So Bini creates great channel to communicate with the user. You can also display advertising and educational content and gain some more source of income from the ads. It is nice to hear about benefits, but it's always better to see them on real cases. By working with Dell, we trained the system and reached above 90% of accuracy in waste recognition. They also optimized the work of clinic personnel thanks to notification, and our detailed data and statistics helps Dell to create CSR reports. But lately, Dell also decided to get our flagship product with the external screen, so now they not only have attractive channel for internal communication, but also a tool for increasing environmental awareness among their employees. Our cooperation with Kaufland changed the waste segregation system in their facility, and the whole process is now unified. Kaufland is using 50 inches external screen for advertising, so they generate additional financial benefits. The whole cooperation with them supports to achieve the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. Thanks to the network of our partners and distributors, Bini is available across Europe and also in other parts of the world. On some markets, we work directly. On the other, our responsible and partners are responsible for providing the technical maintenance. In those countries, we are extremely happy to work with such global names as McDonald's, IKEA, Fujitsu, or Dell. We are also running some enterprise projects. It is a completely different form of cooperation which involves both sides into development process to create a tailor-made solution. And this is how we work with one of our key clients, Ambilam, in Spain, where 400 units of specific kind are being installed in supermarkets. We are delighted to have this opportunity to share everything that Bini stands for with such a great audience. By taking part in HyperScale Pitch Day, we would like to spread the idea that waste collection and segregation can be done differently and more efficiently. We are looking for innovative partners who are ready to embrace the challenge of sustainable development and become an industry leaders in this area. Thank you very much. And in case of any question, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bianca from BIN-E. Now, some of the best startups are founded because of the passion the founders have in tackling problems that we face in our daily life. Now, I want to welcome our next team, Scrapp Deals. Now, Scrapp Deals builds B2B platforms to help reduce waste and increasing recycling. Short but sweet. Welcome to the stage, Lance. The floor is yours.
Thanks, Ariton. Hi, I'm Lance, founder of Scrapp Deals. I'm 45 years old, and human pollution has bothered me my entire life. So I've decided to do something about it. Today, I'm going to talk about waste management 2.0 and why this industry needs to evolve. When I first started thinking about pollution, there was no such thing as a corporate title that had the word sustainability in it. The only people who talked about working on sustainability were folks like this guy. But now it's becoming commonplace. Driven by pressure from investors, customers, and governments, more and more corporations are hiring sustainability managers to look at their impact on the environment. One of the things they have to look into is how to reduce waste and increase recycling. To do this effectively, sustainability managers have to implement a comprehensive waste management program and track the results over time. Companies, especially listed companies, are required to produce reports every year in accordance with internationally accepted standards. This is a lot of work, but it is a good problem to have. It means action and accountability. But in order to support this change for the better, the waste management industry needs to evolve. You see, in the past, waste management was essentially a collect, dispose, and forget business. Waste management companies made their money largely from collection fees. Most of the trash were either buried or burnt. Recycling was at best a secondary concern. However, with the rise of corporate waste management programs, this old business model is actually working against them. So for waste management companies to adapt and thrive, they need a whole new mindset, new processes and tools, and entirely new business models. At Scrapp Deals, we build digital platforms, and this is where we spotted a gap. The current generation of waste management software are focused on the waste management companies as their end users. They help to track collection volumes, plan logistics, and maintain customer records. The next generation of waste management software, however, needs digital tools that are focused on the customers of the waste management companies. They need to help major waste generators, such as factories, office buildings, hotels, and malls, implement a waste management program and generate the reports needed to keep track. But beyond tracking and reporting, this next generation solution should also be an integrated platform for the whole ecosystem. A network of recyclers needs to be plugged into the platform so that recyclable waste can be diverted to reliable partners and data from those partners fed back into the platform for the customers to use in reporting. In short, Waste Management 2.0 is about adopting a solution and an ecosystem and not just a software. Of course, cost will be a concern. since this is something new for the users. The good news is, with waste reduction and increase in recycling, waste collectors can generate revenue from carbon credits awarded for lowering emissions, as well as money earned from selling recyclables. This will lead to higher revenues for municipal waste collectors. They can then share this revenue with their customers to help them offset the cost of implementing a waste management program. Scrapp Deals is currently building such a waste management 2.0 system. Our go-to-market strategy is to partner local municipal waste collectors and roll out our platform through them to their corporate customers. This will help us grow quickly and enable us to focus on our core competency of digitalization and platform building. From their perspective, we'll be bringing to them an end-to-end solution which their customers need. Thanks to the HyperScale program, Scrapp Deals has secured a municipal waste collector as our partner. We will test our MVP with them, with 30 of their customers at the end of this year, before launching the full version to their existing base of 5,000 corporate customers in Singapore. Beyond that, we want to expand our solution into the Asia region to capture at least 10% market share within 3 years. What we're proposing to do is innovative and new, but our team isn't. I'm a solo founder with 20 years of experience building businesses and digital services. I'm aided by 2 advisors who are veterans in the industry with over 50 years of experience between them. Our solution will be built in-house and will gradually expand the team using cash generated from the business itself. Over the next 6 to 12 months, Scrapp Deals will be focused on developing our platform within the Singapore market. If you are interested in implementing a Waste Management 2.0 program or becoming a recycling partner on our platform, please contact me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lance. Hopefully you get much more context after this as well, and your startup will go on to bigger and better heights as well. So moving on to our next startup, we have Greyparrot. Now, Greyparrot has developed a proprietary AI waste analytics platform to monitor, analyze, and sort waste at a scale. Please welcome Greyparrot and her name is Tizinia.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. My name is Tiziana and I'm marketing manager at Greyparrot. We're a tech company based in London and we use artificial intelligence to monitor, audit and sort waste at scale. Our mission is to increase transparency and automation in waste management. Our excessive consumption behaviors have driven the most critical challenge of our time, the waste crisis. Over $82 billion worth of recyclables are sent to landfill each year. If we continue this way, by 2040, 87% will be burned, dumped, or landfilled instead of actually being recycled. However, imagine a world where we could show the fate of every major product once it becomes waste in real time to prevent this from happening. At Greyparrot, we unlock billions of data points of waste flows worldwide. Our AI waste monitoring system provides real-time analytics on waste flows across different points and waste sorting facilities. This data is key to unlock the circular economy. Waste managers can use it to reduce labor dependency, increase their operations, and ultimately maximize recovery rates. Brands are under enormous pressure from consumers as well as from regulators, so they can use the data to finally track their products even after the point of consumption. Regulators can use the data to design and enforce policies such as extended producer responsibility. Our primary customers are waste sorting facilities such as MRFs, plastic recovery facilities, and other reprocessors. And they all seem to face the same challenges that stem from a huge lack of data. Currently, they have no control of waste quality across all the stages of the sorting process. They also rely on manual labor and highly manual processes that are not scalable. They also suffer from increased compliance with upcoming regulations. As you know, with anything, what can't be measured can't be optimized. This is where we come in. We can place our AI monitoring unit on top of moving conveyor belts. The AI model can recognize objects automatically and in real time and classify over 50 different types of waste, currently covering most municipal waste types, such as different types of plastics, fiber, aluminum, steel, and so on. This data is then fed into our waste analytics dashboard in real time and unlocks insights that haven't been able to be unlocked before for waste managers. This data can also be used thanks to our open API that can integrate with other systems. The way this works is, imagine the AI works almost like a brain that basically can give cognitive intelligence to all the mechanical systems that already exist in the sorting ecosystem, such as sorting robots, balers, optical sorters, plant control systems, to enhance current systems that are out there already. Our product is built completely in-house by our team of 30+ experts in AI computer vision, machine learning, engineering, and waste management. Our founding team has over 20+ years experience of building and scaling cutting-edge AI systems before applying it to Greyparrot. Greyparrot is already being used by global leaders in waste management, such as Veolia, Suez UK, Biffa, Remondis, and many more across 10 different countries. The key benefits for those customers are the huge visibility and transparency that they gain across different stages of the sorting process. From monitoring the in-feed and the waste that comes in, to automating and optimizing sorting and quality control, all the way to having a huge visibility of the purity of the final product and the outfeed. We can also help automate sampling and therefore reduce manual labor, as well as analyze residue contamination. Here's an example of a plastic recovery facility in the UK that's using our product to analyze the residue line. Here you can see how in a period of 8 hours, they have found 22,000 pounds lost to landfill in terms of plastics. Having this awareness means that they can now take action to prevent this from happening. As we deliver value to those waste managers, at the same time, we can identify brand and SKU data automatically through the recycling process as those items travel on those conveyor belts. And we're now looking to unlock those really insightful data points for brands and regulators so that they can finally start tracking products even after the point of consumption when those items are thrown away, and also to learn how recyclable the packaging is in real-world facilities. In fact, we already capture data on over 1,000 of the world's most popular SKUs. Here you can see some examples. And most importantly, we can now know where they end up. We know whether those items are actually ending up in the right stream and being recycled, or whether they end up in landfill or residue and being incinerated. This is why our ask is twofold. We would love to connect with any waste management companies that are interested in increasing transparency and automation in the sorting process, as well as any FMCG or CPG company that is interested to join our early access program to the Greyparrot brand inside product. At Greyparrot, we're creating a world where every waste object is valued as a resource. So if you're interested to learn more, please reach out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tiziana, and apologies for mispronouncing your name earlier, something I'm all too familiar with myself as well. So up next, we've got a startup from the land of smiles, Thailand. Please welcome GEPP. Now, this strives to equip waste management companies with a one-stop solution to set up their internal waste management system, track and calculate their waste data. This includes data in areas such as GHG reduction, recycling rate, and recycling activities for each material type to identify ways they can improve or reduce waste consumption. Please welcome to the stage, Dom from GEPP.
Hi, thank you. I am Dom, and this is GEPP. We are all here to talk about waste management problems. And GEPP, we solve waste management problems in two angles. One is on the environmental side, which is in Thailand. We have more than 2,500 landfills in our country. And for the business, you have to pay to dispose. And eventually more than half of those waste is going to the landfill. Why is it happen like that? Here's why. Because if you are a business, to deal with waste management, it needs a lot of knowledge. And once that you want to sort those waste right, it's so complicated. And lastly, it became a nightmare if you need to report according to any ESG or environmental standard. But here, with our working of 4 steps, we can help you. First, implement our GEPP standard. We made your waste sorting become much easier. And the second, we help you designing a new waste flow so then you can reduce your landfill waste. And 3, we have our education module to help your team and staff to be equipped with all the knowledge to do waste management and better waste sorting. And 4th, we develop our own data technology that will help company collecting those data, analyzing it, and report it right. Here's our technologies. We develop our own data platform, which is got certified by the Global Reporting Initiative already, and is already proved in the market that it's helped company to save time and save cost to do data and waste management. And those data is valued to be reported to any kind of environmental or ESG standard. Our impact that we made are beyond. For the social impact, last year, we helped to reduce the waste from the landfill more than 600 tons. And that equal to more than 2,500 tons of the greenhouse gas reduction that we can make in 1 year. And for the business, we helping them recycle more than 60% of the waste that they generate. And eventually, they can reduce the cost of disposal more than half. It won't happen without a team. We have a strong team from a different backgrounds, from management consulting, designing and planning, and technology expert, but we all having the same sharing visions. Now, our product is already proven. We are working with our immediate market, which is Thailand, and this market is worth more than $24 million a year. And in the next step, we will go to the regional level, which is Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Vietnam. And this market, it could be worth more than $120 million a year. But we won't stop there. Our goal is to be a global solutions, and that would worth more than $3,000 million a year. How are we gonna go there? We divide our roadmap into 3 steps. 1 is technology for scaling. So we will do our e-learning platform, developing our forecasting data, and automate many functions in our platform. And in 3 years, we will bring our impact into the regional levels. And within 5 years, we will reach to our goal to bring our solution to be as a global solution for waste data management. Here's our growth look like. On the 2020, we already got seed fund from Banpu Next. And in this year, we have more than 20 companies in our portfolios. Within the next 3 years, we will scale up our portfolio to have more than 3,000 companies under our portfolios. And in 5 years, we will reach our goal to tap on more than 30,000 companies around the globe. Join us. Now we are looking for fundraisings of $3 million. With this investment, it will open us up to a new, more opportunity. We will develop more technologies, or the automation, forecasting system, smart city platform. We can enlarge our team to be ready to expand to the regional and globals. We can make our team much more stronger with the waste management data scientists and environmental expert. Join us now to the Zero to Landfill journey. Contact us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Dom from GEPP. Thank you so much for that awesome presentation. Now we're about close to the end. We have the second to last startup to present. We have Sortflow. Now, Sortflow has developed its proprietary process intelligence platform, which is an innovative software solution that enables the designing and modeling of materials, recovery facilities, and recycling processes. So on stage right now, we have Luke from Sortflow. Take it away.
Yes, hello, my name is Luke Ballinger and I'm the CEO and founder of Sortflow. We are a clean tech startup based in the UK and we develop software to help the waste and recycling industry be more efficient. we have identified 3 major challenges that industry companies currently experience. Designing and modeling sorting plants is inefficient, and this is partly due to the generic tools that are used. Sorting and recycling processes are very much black boxes today, and this makes process optimization impossible. Finally, MRF sampling is currently a very tedious and labor-intensive process. We are developing products to address specifically these challenges. We first developed a process design and optimization tool. We are developing a live mapping process tool using data from intelligent systems, opening the door to better plant optimization. And we've just released our new MRF sampling application, aiming to make the sampling process a lot more efficient. Our ultimate goal is to build products that can become industry standards. We started development of our process intelligence platform back in 2020, and we've been continuously iterating on it since then. The application helps boost productivity and gives better insight into designing and running a waste processing facility efficiently. Our AI Mapper is a live process mapping tool designed to improve plant performance and optimization. We collect live data from intelligent systems and feed into our process models. It will help operators run their plants more efficiently with data to back their operational decisions. Sortflow.io is a MRF sampling application developed in collaboration with Sherborne Recycling. Sherborne is in the process of developing one of the largest MRF material recovery facilities in Europe. And we have signed a long-term partnership to develop a tool that will make the sampling process a lot more efficient. Our business model is focused on developing SaaS applications, which enables us to generate recurring revenue. As for our target customers, we can class them into 3 main types. MRF operators and recyclers are the most prominent, with over 15,000 plants worldwide. There are also plant builders and equipment manufacturers. Consultants and design offices complete the picture. Sortflow process is aimed at all 3 customers type. Sortflow.io is designed mainly for plant operators, but plant builders and equipment manufacturers can use the application for performance testing too. Sortflow AI Mapper is essentially targeted at plant operators. However, we expect the sorting data to be of great interest to plant builders too, as they continuously try to improve their processes. We serve a large and fast-growing industry. More importantly, our serviceable market is sizable and includes more than 15,000 waste processing facilities globally. Europe is our home market and is the biggest region in terms of revenue. Although we started in 2020, we already serve customers in 10 countries across 3 continents, and we count among our customers the largest waste management company in the world. We have quadrupled our revenues this year against last, and we believe we can maintain an exponential growth over the next 5 years and beyond. Our products all address gaps in the market, and we believe they have the potential to be widely adopted by the industry. Based on our forecast, we believe that our products can have a huge positive impact. By helping recover an extra 1.25 million tons of recyclables that would have otherwise been landfilled or incinerated. By increasing yearly revenues of our customers by $250 million. And lastly, by reducing CO2 emissions by over 2 million tons per year. We have a great vision, and we have built a core team that will help us deliver on our vision. Our team combines years of industry experience, software development expertise, and a lot of passion. We completed our pre-seed raise just over a year ago. We're now looking to complete our seed raise in the first half of next year. The extra funding will be used to further develop our existing products, but also to build new ones. We want to expand our commercial reach and sell our products into new regions, such as Southeast Asia. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation. If you are interested in finding out more about our company, products, and vision, then please get in touch with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Luke. Now extra brownie points from me because just like myself, Luke is a massive Oasis fan, once upon a time the best band in the world. So let's move on to our next team. Last but not least, I would like to welcome our final team, Ricron Panels. Now, Ricron is a technology-driven company that converts multi-layer plastic waste into 100% eco-friendly, scalable substitutes of plywood. Please welcome from Ricron, we have Radhika. Take it away.
Hi everyone, my name is Radhika Chaudhary and I'm the co-founder and CFO at Ricron Panels. We're based in India. At Ricron, we convert low-value plastic waste into quality building materials. According to the United Nations, if the global population reaches 9.6 billion by 2050, we would need an equivalent of almost 3 planets to provide the natural resources that are needed to sustain our current lifestyles. At Ricron, our mission is to reduce the burden on natural resources and meet consumption demands using existing resources through scalable and innovative techniques. Using our patented technology, we use low-value multi-layer waste, which is hard to recycle, and convert it into flat sheets and corrugated roofing sheets. These sheets are used as common building materials and substitute the use of plywood and cement and metal roofing sheets. To emphasize, we used existing resources, that is waste plastics, and through direct substitution, reduce the consumption of plywood, which causes deforestation, and metal and cement roofing, which leads to mining of natural resources. For every 1 ton of Ricron's finished goods that are produced, approximately 3,500 waste plastic packaging items are used. Over 1 ton or half a tree is prevented from falling down. And approximately $1,200 is generated in commercial value, and over 4 tons of carbon emissions are prevented from being released into the atmosphere. Since inception, Ricron has removed 8 million kgs of waste plastics from entering the environment. Ricron is a 100% substitute to plywood, but unlike plywood, Ricron is waterproof, rust-proof, termite-proof, fire retardant, cost competitive, and 100% recyclable. And unlike metal and cement, Ricron is durable, provides noise reduction, and it is not carcinogenic. Ricron is used in residential, commercial, industrial, and outdoor application. This entire building is made of Ricron. The walls, the roof, the partitions, the wall cladding, the doors, washrooms, and more. On the right, you see wardrobes being made from Ricron. And aesthetically, because they are laminated, it does not look different from traditional wardrobes, and yet they're recyclable. Like this, Ricron can be used in affordable housing, construction consumables, storage pallets, portable toilets, office furniture, and more. Ricron has a B2B business model, which makes up 70% of our business, and a B2 MNC business model, where we have tied up directly with MNCs to collect their plastic waste and converted it into products for those MNCs. Of the 6 years of our existence, we've been profitable at the PAT level for the last 4 years and have over 250 customers in over 20 states in India. We've also been validated by the export market and have exported to countries in Europe, Africa, United States, and the Middle East. The combined market opportunity of plywood and cement and metal roofing market is $19 billion globally. Given the market's increasing shift towards sustainability and increased acceptance of recyclable products, Ricron is rightly positioned to take advantage of this opportunity. With a size of over 150 people, we're a team of highly ambitious individuals, wherein each person brings in a set of specific high-value complementing competencies. With Ivy League education background, our key team members have worked previously in challenging positions in some of the leading firms like Coca-Cola, Siemens Automation, Force Motors, and EY. With repeat customers like Coca-Cola, Nestle, L&T, and IKEA, we have a proven traction and a stable customer base. Until our product pilot, we were bootstrapped. In 2020, we raised pre-Series A for efficient production and automation, and we are now looking to raise Series A for geographical expansion and marketing. With a current capacity of 800 tons per month, we aim to process 5,000 tons per month by 2025. We firmly believe that this is the right time to leverage our existing resources and use innovation and technology to meet our consumption demand. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Radhika. And now with that, you've heard from all of our 13 startups. That is right. So a round of applause for everyone. And yes, if you guys would like to stay connected with any of our startups, please feel free to scan our QR code, which will be on your screen right now. Download our Demo Day booklet, and you'll be able to connect with any of our startups. Now, this program will also not be possible without the support of our mentors and coaches that have given their invaluable time, resources, and expertise to help these companies. Now, thank you for being a pillar of support for the startups in the past weeks. We cannot express our appreciation enough. Not forgetting our program partners, you have made it possible for the startups to leverage on your support, providing the expertise, benefits, and training to help our teams. Now, this program is a result of our partnership between Startup X and Enterprise Singapore. And we are also supported by a wider network of industry partners, regulators, investors, and research institutions. And lastly, thank you so much to the entire cohort of startups who have kickstarted the program with us back in August. Now, for many of you, the journey has only begun, and we look forward to your next phase of growth. Now, with that, we've come to the end of Demo Day. It's been a wonderful time. I wish you all a very good morning, good evening, and good night wherever you are. This is HyperScale signing off. Thank you and good night.